This is the first chapter for session 2020 and 2021. The name of the chapter is The Bones and Muscles. All of you know that all the living organisms are made up of cells. Cells are the fundamental unit of life. Without cell, life is not possible. Now, a number of cells unite together to form a tissue. Again, a number of tissue unite together to form an organ. Again, so many organs unite together to form an organ system. And a number of organ systems together make an organism. So what is the summary? First of all, cell, then tissue, then organ system, and finally organism. So in this chapter we shall discuss about this organ system, one of the organ systems. So we have in our body so many organ systems: nervous system, skeletal system, muscular system, circulatory system, digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, reproductive system. So all these are the systems, that is organ systems present in our body. So in this chapter, our discussion will be limited to bones and muscles, that is the skeletal system and the muscular system. Skeletal system. Skeletal system, you can understand the term has come from skeleton. What is skeleton? Our body is made up of a bony structure that is called skeleton. Now, skeleton is very important to us. For example, if we do not have skeleton, how the shape of the body will be? That means, first important fact is that skeleton provides shape to our body. Then it provides strength to our body. So human body has 206 bones. Adult human has 206 bones. And these bones are arranged in different ways. Very simple example I would like to give you. If you think about the rib cage, 12 arched bone. Arched means curved bones. Curved bones are there. At the back, that is on the side of the backbone, they are attached with the backbone, and in front they are attached with the sternum. Last two pairs are attached with the backbone but not attached to the sternum. They are called floating ribs. Similarly, some bones makes girdles. We have two girdles: pectoral girdle, this portion, and pelvic girdle, that is at the lower part of the body near hips. Pectoral girdle, it contains three bones. Clavicle, this bone is clavicle here, which is called collarbone, and if you do like this, you will see one bone comes out, that is scapula and coracoid. It protects our delicate organs. It helps us to raise our hand, etc., etc. Our rib cage is also little bit protected by this pectoral girdle. Within the ribcage, heart and lungs are protected, most of a delicate organ. Now, when you go to higher classes, you will read all these things. In your class, we will be confined with the function of the skeletal system and joints and later on muscles. So, I have already told about the function of the skeletal system. It gives shape to our body, it gives support to our body, it protects the delicate internal organs, and it helps in movement. When movement is concerned, bones and muscles work together. Okay. Now, what is a bone? I think everyone have seen bone. Perhaps you have not seen bone of human being, but obviously you have seen the bone of a fish. When you eat fish at home, you don't eat bones. And when you eat chicken and mutton, you also don't eat bones. You may crush the bones, but you don't swallow that. Now, the bones are made up of calcium and phosphorus. These two elements that helps to make bones. In our body, our skeletal system has some important parts. The most important part is skull. This one. Not what you are seeing. What you are seeing, that is not the skull. In the hand of magician, you can see the skull. Skull, it protects our brain, the most soft and delicate organ. This skull is made up of a number of bones, some movable and some immovable bones. That means some bones are jointed together and some bones are not jointed together. Only movable part of the skull is our lower jaw, this one. And rest of the part of the skull, it does not move. Our skull is made up of 22 bones. How many bones? 22 bones. And already I have told that the function of the skull main function is to protect the delicate organ. Actually, within the skull, one brain box is there, that is called cranium or brain box. Within the brain box, brain is kept, just like your parents keep gold in the locker or in vault of a bank. So that cranium is the vault of our body, human body. And you keep your precious thing in the vault, in the locker. Similarly, nature has given us a vault where she, nature is mother. So she has kept the most important part of our body, that is brain, inside the vault. That is cranium, which is commonly called brain box. Now, after the skull, another most important part of the skeleton is backbone. It is commonly called backbone, but it is actually, scientifically, it is called vertebral column. This column is not a long structure. It is long, but it is jointed structure, not a continuous structure. It is made up of 33 small vertebra. Vertebra is the singular, vertebrae is the plural. Okay, vertebra means one vertebra. If two or more, it will be vertebrae. So 33 small vertebrae, it forms our spine or backbone or scientifically vertebral column. Now what is the function of this vertebral column? The main function is to protect the spinal cord. Our spinal cord, which carry information from different parts of our body to the brain. This is the function of the spinal cord. And this spinal cord is protected within the backbone or vertebral column. Second point, it helps to keep our body straight, or whenever we want to bend our body, we can bend our body due to this vertebral column or spine. So, this vertebral column plays an important role in our movement, in the protection of the spinal cord, etc. There are some animals which do not have vertebral column. They are called invertebrates. For example, butterfly, cockroach, mosquito, honeybee. These are common. I am giving these common examples which you usually see around us. These are invertebrates. That means they do not have vertebral column in their body. After that, rib cage. Already little bit description I have given. Still I am saying you again. The rib cage is made up of 12 pairs of bones. Out of that, 2 pairs are called floating ribs and 10 pairs are fixed ribs. They are attached, one end of the rib, each rib is attached with the backbone and other end is attached with the sternum, except the last 2 pairs. And it protects our heart and lungs. Okay, after that, lungs. Heart and lungs, these 2 organs, especially, are very delicate organs. And it needs special security, like the securities of ministers. So they are specially protected within the heart and within the rib cage. Another important part of the skeletal system are limbs. Limbs means actually we use some words, hands, legs, arms, etc., etc. But in science, all these are limbs. Human being has 2 pairs of limbs. One pair is called forelimb. These are 4 limbs. And other pairs are called hind limb. Hind limb means legs. Now, our forelimb, each forelimb is made up of a number of bones. Humerus in this portion. After that, radius and ulna in this portion. And after that, carpal, metacarpal and phalanges. Now, I shall tell you about the hind limbs. like the four limbs, hind limbs, they are also made up of some bones. The longest bone of human body is femur. That is the part of hind leg. After femur, two bones are there, tibia, fibula, and after that tarsal, metatarsal and phalanges. These are the bones of the hind legs. Now joints. Joint is the place where two bones meet together. So joint, that is the place when two bones meet together. Now two bones may be joined in different ways. And according to the type of joining, how they are jointed, they are classified into four groups. One is ball and socket joint, one is hinge joint, one is pivot joint, and one is gliding joint. Ball and socket joint, that is, one ball is there, one socket is there. So it can rotate in this joint is ball and socket joint. In any direction we can move our head. This shoulder joint and hip joint, they are the example of ball and socket joint. Hinge joint. Hinge means kabza, that is used in doors to open and close it. So this one is hinge joint. This joint, that is elbow joint and knee joint. So one important character is that this hinge joint allow to move our bones in only one direction. We can move our hand in this direction but not in this direction. In this direction it is not possible. After that, pivot joint. This joint allows movement in sidewise, up and down, and first two vertebra. It is present in between first two vertebra of our body. Gliding joint. Next is gliding joint. In this joint, bone can slide over each other. That is, this wrist and ankle joint, they are called gliding joint. Okay. So this is about the joints. Now muscles or muscular system. Muscular system is made up of muscles. In human body, almost 640 muscles are there. And one important and peculiar character of muscle is that muscles can pull, it cannot push. Very simple. This is if I want to do like this, so I can pull this one. That is the muscles, this one, bicep, it is pulling my hand in this direction. But it cannot push. For that one muscle, tricep is there, it is again pulling in this direction. So what is happening? The muscles can pull, but it cannot push. And as a result, always muscles are present in pairs because of this character. Only pulling, no pushing. Okay. Now in our body, three types of muscles are there. One is voluntary muscles. They remain attached with the bones. They mainly help in movement. And these muscles are under our control. Voluntary muscles. Muscles of lower jaw, muscles of our arms. All these are voluntary muscles. We can control all these things. According to our will, we can move them. Another is involuntary muscles. We cannot move that muscles. They are not under our control. The muscles of the esophagus, that is involuntary muscles. Muscles of the blood vessels, involuntary muscles. They are not under our control. And one more important, better to say most important muscles are cardiac muscles. They look like voluntary muscles, but they work like involuntary muscles. They are found in our heart. The most important character of cardiac muscle, what is that? It never gets tired. Once, if it feels tired, what will happen? That will be the end of our life. If cardiac muscle becomes tired and wants to take rest, so we will be at rest forever. So cardiac muscles, they never get tired. So this is all about the chapter. One more point I think you should know, that is cartilage, ligament and tendon. These three terms you should know. Cartilage, they are flexible tissue, they are elastic. They are present in our ears, this portion, this nose, it is cartilage. It is not as hard as bones and not as soft as muscles. Another is ligament. Ligament is present between two joints. That is, two joints are connected by ligaments. Ligaments, they are connected. They used to connect two joints. One is tendons. Tendons are present between the bones and muscles. That is, usually you have seen that bones are very smooth structure. Now question is that how the muscles remain attached with their bones. So something is there. That is tendon. The tendons, they are present between the bones and muscles, and they attach muscles with bones. So I think this is all about the chapter, and the study material I will send you. Thank you.